Hello everyone, before we start with the tutorial, let me give you a little preview of the website from where you can download the Revit families. In today's tutorial, I am going to create a fully parametric wardrobe in Revit, and as you can see in this video that you can open and close the uh, doors of this wardrobe, and you can also change the height, width, the overall height and width of this cabinet, and you can also adjust the internal heights and widths of the sections as well, as you can see in this video. Now you can see that I have changed the overall height to 11 feet, and now if I want, I can change the height, the width of the midsection, and here it goes. And I can also change the overall width of the wardrobe like this, and I can also change the width of the side shelves, as you can see here. So you can easily adjust the individual height and width of the sections created within this wardrobe. Now let's start the tutorial. Open a new family template file of generic model wall base. This family file has the wall as a constraint. That means that any family created in this template file can only be placed with a wall. Now let's go to the placement site elevation and place some reference planes. As you can see in the video, the shortcut key for the reference planes is RP, and place the dimensions as you can see here, and then assign the parameters to these dimensions and name them accordingly. These parameters are for the wardrobe. Now let's add a one more reference plane and place this dimension here and assign a parameter to this dimension, which is going to be the width of side shelves. Now in this dialog box, I'm going to add the values of these three dimensions to start with. Now I am going to place a reference plane at an offset of 3 inches from the base. This is going to be the toe space for the wardrobe, and let's fix it at the 3 inches. Then place a one more horizontal reference plane like this and place a dimension between these two reference planes and assign a parameter to this dimension, and this is going to be the height of the clothes section. And you can see that when you change the value of this parameter, the reference plane moves like this. Now let's create the middle section of the wardrobe. For that, place these two reference planes like this and make them equal. Assign a parameter to this reference plane, to this dimension, and this is going to be the width of the middle section. Now when you see the image of the wardrobe, you can see that I have placed the reference planes according to the section of the wardrobe, and as there are two cloth section, then there is a middle section, and there are two upper parts, the sliding portion, and there are these side shelves. So I have tried to place as much of that reference planes and place dimensions between those reference planes so that when you place the extrusion commands, that will be locked with these reference planes and moved accordingly according to the dimensions you place. Now select extrusion, set the reference plane to this side of the wall and place a rectangle like this, and make sure to lock all the four sides. Now go to the reference level floor plan and then click OK. And now I need to place some reference planes on the floor plan so that the width of the and the depth of the wardrobe is also parametric. After assigning the depth parameter, make a place a one more reference plane at an offset of 1 inches from here, and make sure to lock that reference plane with the help of the dimension command. Now drag the arrow of this extrusion and lock it with this reference plane. You can also lock the side with the help of the align command, as you can see in the video. Now you can see that when you change the values of the parameters, and that reference plane and hence the extrusion move along with that reference planes. Now I need to place some reference planes according to the thickness of the sheet, and wherever that thickness and that sheet is going to be placed within the wardrobe, I'm going to create an offset of 3 by 4 inches, which is the thickness of the sheet. And make sure to lock all of these reference planes, all of these dimensions with the help of the dimension tool, so that the distance between these reference planes always remain 3 by 4 inches. Here I am going to add one more horizontal reference plane, and then I'm going to place a dimension like this, and I'm going to assign the parameter to this dimension, and this is going to be the height of the shoes section. Place a reference plane at a distance of 3 by 4 inches and lock it as well. And now I am going to add some more reference planes, and you see these are going to be the drawers of the wardrobe. So as many as there are sections within the wardrobe, there are going to be as much reference planes. Assign this dimension the parameter of height of drawers, so that if you want, you can change the height of the drawers according to your design requirements. And now I need to place two more reference planes at a distance of 3 by 8 inches from the center one, hence making it a total of 3 by 4 inches, like this. So our uh, the reference planes of sheet thickness is now complete, and let's place the void extrusion command and create opening within the wardrobe extrusion like this, and make sure to lock all the four sides whenever you draw a rectangle to create the wardrobe, so that all of these lines of the extrusion and void extrusion are connected to the reference planes. And now click OK and go to the reference level floor plan and give a thickness of 3 by 4 inches from here, and drag this arrow void extrusion till it meets here and lock it down, and again select the reference plane command and give an offset of 1 inches from here and lock it down. And now move this extrusion and void extrusion arrows to meet this newly drawn reference plane and lock it down, and it has moved. So drag this arrow to meet this reference plane, and it is now complete. And when you look in the 3D, you can see that our basic structure of the wardrobe is now complete and it is fully parametric. And now I need to create these side shelves of this wardrobe. Go to the placement side elevation and place the horizontal reference planes, as many of them as you want the number of shelves. Place them anywhere like this, and once you have placed them, place the dimension between these reference planes like this, and make them equal so that the distance between all of these reference planes, all of these shelves are equal. Now place one more reference plane at an offset of 0.75 inches from all of these reference planes, as you can see in the video. After giving them thickness, go to the reference level floor plan, and in here select the extrusion command and draw the profile of the shelf like this, and make sure to lock all the sides when you draw the profile. Go to the placement side elevation, click OK, and lock the upper side of the shelf with the reference plane with the help of align command, and then use the copy command and uncheck this constraint and paste them on all of these reference plane, as you can see in the video. With the help of align command, lock these reference planes with the upper and lower side of the extrusions, as you can see in the video. With the help of this dimension command, lock all of these reference plane at a distance of 3 by 4 inches between them, so that the thickness of the shelves always remain 3 by 4 inches. So our basic structure of the wardrobe is complete and it looks like this. And let's see how the parameters function for them. For this wardrobe, let's say you change the height to 8 feet, so the overall height will decrease, and if you want you can also reduce the height of the clothes section. Let's make it 5 feet 6 inches, and here it goes. And you can change the width of the middle section of the wardrobe, as well as you can change the overall width, and here it goes. If you want, you can also change the width of the side shelves like this. So we have created a fully parametric wardrobe, its basic structure. Now we need to create details of this wardrobe, and also we need to place doors in front of it. Select the reference plane command. The shortcut key for that is RP. Give an offset of 1 inches and make the offsets 2 inches, and start placing the reference planes like this within your drawing. Now once you have placed all of these reference planes, select the measure command and start placing the dimensions between these two reference planes and lock it down like this. Lock it and then select these two reference planes and lock it, because we need the distance between them to be always 2 inches. So when you change the width of the or height of the wardrobe, this distance among these two reference planes will always remain 2 inches. Now after you have placed and locked these dimensions, select the extrusion command and set the reference plane to this surface and start drawing the profile for the extrusion like this, as you can see in the video. And once you draw the rectangles, make sure to lock all the 4 sides. Now draw the second rectangle like this, lock all the 4 sides. After creating the profile like this, give an extrusion end value of 1 inches and click OK. So once you go to 3D, you can see that what I have drawn with the help of the extrusion. So this is basically the at the part of the wardrobe which is uh, placed in front of the wardrobe structure, and the doors will be placed on this extrusion. Now let's create the base of the wardrobe. So select extrusion command for this, set the reference plane to the wall. Here it goes, and draw the rectangle like this. Lock all the 4 sides. And click OK. Now let's place the doors of the wardrobe. For that, go to the reference level floor plan, and here select the reference line from this create tab and place the reference line like this. Now select the align command and select this reference plane, then press tab button till you see this blue dot, then lock it down and repeat this step for the other reference plane as well, and then place the angular dimension like this and assign a parameter to this angular dimension, and this is going to be the door angle. Select the reference line, click on this dimension, then you see the distance from this reference plane to this reference plane is 2 feet 1 by 4 inches. So we need to create a new parameter with the formula so that the distance remains this. So let's give a parameter name to this dimension, which is going to be the width of door, and enter a formula for this, which is going to be the width of wardrobe minus width of midsection and this is going to be divided by 2 because there are going to be 2 doors on either side, and then you need to subtract it by minus 3 by 4 inches, which is the thickness of the sheet. Now select extrusion, set the reference plane to this surface, click OK, give an offset value of 0.75 inches, close it like this, and then exit this mode, go to the placement side elevation and drag this blue arrow in the upward direction. Till you meet this reference plane and then lock it down. Now I'm going to repeat this exact process to create a door on this other side of the wardrobe as well. And now let's close the door angle and place the door angle value at 0 degree to close the door, and I'm going to place some more one more reference plane like this, as I need to create a design on the door. So select this reference plane, then select this, and then select this one, and place it here, click equal, and okay, you need to drag this arrow because the door starts from here, then click OK, and also drag this arrow upwards for the door to meet that reference plane because the door does not start from the base for this wardrobe. Now place 2 more reference plane at a distance of 6 inches from this and from this, and then lock them like this. Now select the void extrusion command from here. Set the reference plane to this side of the door. Draw a rectangle like this and make sure to lock only the horizontal lines. Then go to the 3D and let's open the door. And then select the align command and align this line uh, with this side of the doors like this and lock it down. Then click OK and give the extrusion end value of this void extrusion as 0.75 inches. Now close the door. By adding the value of 0 degree here, and then select the extrusion command, set the reference plane to this surface of the door, draw the rectangle like this and make sure that you only lock the horizontal lines. Then go to the 3D and then with the help of the line command lock this side of the door with this line and then give the extrusion end value. Click OK. Here it goes. So now I'm going to change the extrusion end value and the extrusion start value because this part of the door is going to have comparatively lesser thickness as compared to the door. So it is going to be like this. So now I'm going to repeat this step on these other side of the door as well because they are going to be identical doors. You can check with time to time how the parameters are working. Let's say we change the height to 10 feet and you can see that this line is not joined with the reference plane, so we have not placed the dimension between those two reference planes. For that, select the measure command and after placing the dimension, change the dimension to 2 inches and then lock it down. So now if you change the values of parameters, the dimensions, the reference planes will move according to that. For this wardrobe, you can also change the height of individual wardrobes like this. Now let's create the parametric doors for this middle section of the wardrobe as well. So for that, go to the reference level floor plan and select the reference line command from the create tab and make sure the angle is not 0 degree and I have changed that to 45 degrees and then place the two reference lines like this. Add the angle between the reference line and the reference plane. Then lock the reference planes with this blue dot of the reference lines as you can see in the video. For the blue dot to appear, press tab button on that corner. Assign the parameter door angle to these two angular dimensions and now let's assign a parameter to these two dimensions of the reference lines. Let's name it width of small door. Enter a formula for this, which is going to be the width of midsection divided by 2. Click OK. So this is 1 feet 6 inches, but if you measure the dimension, this needs to be 1 feet 5.25 inches, and this is because I haven't subtracted the thickness of the sheet within this formula, so this is going to be minus 0.75 inches, and it is now correct. Now let's place a create door for this. For that, select extrusion command, set the reference plane to the side of the reference line, and draw the rectangle for the extrusion as you can see in the video. Draw the extrusion on these other reference line as well, then click OK and go to the placement side elevation and drag these blue arrows upwards like this until you meet the reference plane to achieve its height, and make sure to lock this with the reference plane. Drag this upward to meet this reference plane, then lock it down. Now you can see that our fully parametric doors for the wardrobe is complete, and you can open and close them as you want them to look in your interior design projects. Now select the extrusion command, set the reference plane to this side of the surface, and draw the parts of the drawers. Now these are not going to be parametric doors, that means it is not going to be open and closed. You can already see that how this family file has got complicated with so many reference planes. So if you want the wardrobe to have everything parametric, it is going to be so much complicated with so many reference lines and reference planes. This is going to complicate your family. But if you wish to create that the draws to be parametric as well, I have given a link to a series of my tutorials in which I have created a fully parametric kitchen cabinets with it also has a fully parametric drawers for created in those tutorials. So if you want to learn that, you can watch those tutorials. And now let's create this section of the door with the help of this section of the wardrobe with the help of the extrusion command, and make sure to lock all the four sides when you draw the extrusion. So here we have created a fully parametric wardrobe where you can open and close its doors. You can change the height, width, and also individually change the width and height of the sections of the wardrobe as well. You can change the width of the side shelves as well. So that's all for today. I hope you like this tutorial. If you have any kind of difficulty, you can ask me anytime. I will meet you guys in the next video. Till then, goodbye and take care. And most importantly, don't forget to like, share and subscribe.